So people reckon I've got a bad memory.
I was actually going to bring something
it's
up.
the opposite.
Yeah, you're accused of something the other day.
Yeah.
On Facebook, I think.
Yeah, and that's funny because that whole thing was based on the opinion of a person with a perfect memory.
Yeah, I liked your comment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I just, somebody asked me something and it's going to be as close as I can remember.
To the truth.
Like,
yeah. So we can aspire to
most things come in and go. But
yeah.
Numbers, everything like that.
Yeah.
Like numbers. I'll bump into a kid at the end of a race meeting and he'll go, and he's got this big bushy red head.
Yeah.
And you're just looking at him. He goes, "You see me crash, Kenny?" And I go, "No." He goes, "You sure?" I said, "What number are you?" 44. Oh, yes, I did. It's the number. It's like I don't know kids with their helmets off.
No, I get the same at coaching. Yeah. I sort of see everyone at the start of the day, helmets off. The rest of the day, everyone's helmets on. And then you get to the end of the day and you've been talking to them all day, but just the helmet's gone now. I can't quite remember what bike and what name.
Yeah, and you're describing by the bike they're riding or whatever. Or the gear they're wearing, but
people have theories to that. That's why motorcyclists maybe aren't as recognised because you can't align with their faces. You're just seeing a helmet and goggles, and you can't really connect with them in that way. Do you think there's truth to that at all?
100%.
Yeah, like you can't see the emotion in it, and you don't recognise them in a crowd or something like that.
Yeah, there's people walk past you, and you're looking at them, and you, hey, agree that is,
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we had in 13, Toby Price rocked up here.
Oh, yeah?
Just back from his broken back.
Yeah.
And KTM was the sponsor at the time, and he was here as a guest of theirs. Well, whether he was a guest, he was forced to come here, I don't know. KTM said, "You're coming to Horsham." So he rocks up, and they chucked him with Wade Carter's gear on.
Yep.
And we had Wade's class was the next to go out, and they're all sitting in front to do a sight lap before they raced. And Wade's bike took off, went ran the first corner, over the jumps, and goes through the whoops. Mark Hancock runs out and points at him and tells him to get off the track. He comes riding over. Toddy Jarrett's standing just at the return lane, pulls him up, whips the helmet off. It's Toby Price.
Yeah, right.
The kids thought Wade's in trouble. It's so funny.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah. That's, you're seeing him come to the events, and we know what he looks like now. But he was just a name to me. Like, he was Toby Price.
It'd be an interesting study, if anyone ever wanted to do it. Like, do you connect with people more when their helmets are off once you know who they are? And,
we went to our first ever Vic title at Bacchus Marsh, and I'm sitting there for the whole weekend watching the racing and everything.
Yeah. And
the president of the Horsham Club at the time, Vas Radulovic, says, "Have you got anything that I can get a signature on?" I said, "No." And I grabbed Aaron had a white Fox helmet hat. And I give it to him, and he passes it to the bloke sitting next to me. And I've been sitting next to him all weekend. He gives it to him, and he signs it. And he goes, "Here, mate, Lee Hogan signed your thing." And Aaron looks at me, and I look at him. I don't know who he is.
Yeah.
We had no idea in the sports seat. We walked into the sport, had no idea. So it's just like the rider with the helmet on.
It'd be interesting. Like, I wonder if we did an interview with helmets on, would anyone sit and watch it? Because people watch, because you can sort of see the facial expressions when they say something, and it's interesting. But I'm just thinking, would you watch one with helmets on? Probably not.
We done on the Vic Seniors. I interviewed the podium getters for the All Powers on the Saturday.
Yep.
And they left their helmets on, and the microphone could pick up their voices, but people probably didn't even recognise who they were.
Yeah.
Except for we was telling them, this is Kale Makeham, he's just won this race.
Yeah, gotcha.